Wasn't no racing at Babs. They canceled, and Port actually raced in on a Friday Sunday instead of Saturday. So another thing, keep the Traver and Lanker family in your thoughts and prayers. I lost my aunt. Tina and Tanya lost her mom on Saturday. So anybody that knew Dorothy Lanker, Traver, she passed away Saturday. So everybody keep them in thoughts and prayers. Before we get started here with Jeremy, tonight when we walk through the door, his wife come up, put his microphone on for him. He couldn't do that himself. Then she hands him cue cards so that he could know what to say to them. So it's a lot like our president, listens to the vice president. So let me see if I can get this coming up on my feed here so I can look at everybody's comments. If anybody wants to call in, feel free to call in. 717-334-3000. Facebook Live. You can ask questions on there. We can figure out what Jeremy's been up to and get all his speed secrets, whatnot. So we don't really have a whole lot of speed secrets. There we go. Okay, we're back. So yeah, if you have any comments, comment on Facebook Live. Call in 717-334-3000. So we'll get started here. Well, thanks for coming on, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me.
I guess we'll get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you married?
Yes, about 3 years ago, 3.5, 4. I'm close. That's all that matters.
You didn't want to say her name or nothing?
Her name is Andrea Ott.
Oh, she took your name?
Yes.
I was hoping that you wouldn't take hers because it would be weird you both named Andrea. But what do you do for work?
I work at a chemical plant. AFCO's up. Been there next month will be 16 years.
Move your microphone out so we can hear you. It's kind of... Sorry, guys. His wife screwed that up, too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, test. So anyway, we got you work at a chemical plant. You've been there 16 years.
Yep.
And you're the manager?
No. I do a little bit of everything. Blood and chemicals, yard jockey, pick orders, yeah, pretty much everything. Whatever they need me to do.
We got a phone call already.
Wow.
Welcome to race night. Hello, welcome to race night.
Hey.
Hi. Are you there?
This is Jeremy Ott's daughter calling from Virginia.
This is your daughter calling from Virginia.
Yeah, I hear that.
You have a question for him?
No, we just want to tell him we love and support him, and we're so proud of everything that he has accomplished.
Well, congratulations on the baby, and you're probably the only one that supports him here in racing. We all think he cheats.
Everybody says that. Oh, my goodness.
No, I like Jeremy.
Little girl, everybody says, that's a cheetah boy.
Well, thank you for calling in. Love you guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you got to talk louder, Jeremy.
Oh, your dad.
You're welcome. Love you. Can you hear me?
We love you. Wayne and I love you dearly.
Gotcha.
All right, we can hear.
All right.
You can hear me now.
Well, thanks for calling in. So anyway, I was just getting ready to ask you if you had any kids, and I guess you do have one?
Yep, I have a daughter. She's 21 and just became a grandpa there back in August. So that's a blessing. He's a little handful. Love him dearly.
What's his name?
Lane.
Lane. Well, yeah, you can't keep in the lane, so you might as well. What was the first class you ever raced in?
Mini stock.
At Pat Valley?
Started out Shippensburg.
Shippensburg, gotcha.
Yep.
And your number's 10. Is there a significance to number 10?
No, I think at the time, I'm pretty sure my original number that I wanted was number 20, and it was taken. Then I wanted to be number 28, because I liked Ernie Irvin back in the day.
And he already had that
and then,
number.
And then there was a number there too, so then I chose 10. And then there was a number there anyway, so I just kept it.
Gotcha. So, how do you think you did last season? Like, what would you run last season, mostly?
We had, I think we probably split the time in the Legend and the Thunder car.
I know you ran for somebody else at one point in the Legend car and actually won the first time in the car at Path Valley.
Yeah, that was for Scott Musserman. That was his first win under his team/car. Then we started driving for Sean Groff.
Gotcha. Now this year you moved into a limited late model.
Yeah, totally different ball game. As you can see, my finish there on Saturday.
Oh, you did finish?
Yeah, top 10.
Gotcha.
But there's only 10 cars.
Second fastest in hot laps, though.
Now second fastest.
Yeah, that's what I said, second fastest.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What are your goals for this season?
You know, anybody's goal is to win, but it's going to be a while yet probably, and we ain't going to give up.
No.
You know, it's not what we do. We're going to keep trying and get better.
Gotcha. Was that a new car you bought, or?
No, it's 2013 Rocket. Bought it from Frankie Gordon.
Gotcha. And he's done? Or is he back out?
He's done racing late model. He'll be racing something else this year.
Is he helping you on the car? Or?
Yeah, he was helping me Saturday. Him and his dad and Larry Stow and Chad Ernst.
Well, how do you think last season went? Good?
Last season went real well. I think we won 10 out of 13 with the Thunder car, and we ended up with 7 wins in the Legend car too.
All over?
Yeah, all over.
Gotcha. And I guess you were national champion in the Legend car a couple years ago?
Yeah, we were 2-time Central PA Legend champion. Then we were the national champion the second year. And
What's
then
easier to cheat on, the Thunder cars or the I mean, and I don't think you cheat, but if you listen to everybody at the racetrack, they insist you're cheating.
well, I would say, of course, it's easy to cheat in the Thunder car because it's happening all the time, just not by me. But the Legend cars are teched hard every week, so they pull everything apart, and I was legal every time.
Gotcha. So, well, maybe we got to figure out how to get you to cheat in the late models, get you up front. I didn't like that, seeing that 10 in the back. It wasn't normal.
Well, it's still top 10, right?
It was a top 10. It was a top 10. How many races you plan on running completely this year?
I ain't got a number yet, but we're going to get the late model out at least twice a month. And then I got a few shows in the Legend car to drive. And then we'll probably be out for a couple of times in the Thunder car.
Gotcha. And for anybody who don't know, this is my co-host tonight. I did forget you should have kicked me. It's my youngest son, Jackson. He's going to co-host. He's going to ask Jeremy some questions. And you want to ask him something?
So I gotta ask. Was I gonna ask you?
Well, you were going to ask him if he was going to run a Legend car this year. And
Oh
he,
yeah. Are you gonna ever want a Legend car this year?
Yes, we're going to run probably a handful of shows.
and that's for where?
That's for GSD Racing, Sean Groff.
Gotcha.
What number?
I'm not sure what number the car will be.
So I mentioned it.
It'll be 1G, 2G, or 3G. One of them numbers.
It'll be a G car.
Mm-hmm.
Any race you're looking forward to this year? Like big race or that you know you're going to run?
I'm sure we'll be at that 410 race at Path Valley with the new Thunder car, hopefully. I don't have any other big ones picked out. I'm
How
not
about
sure.
the night of power at Path Valley when the super lates come up? You're going to try to qualify for that?
I don't know about that. I guess I'd have to really pick my pace up before I would do that.
I don't know. You didn't look horrible. And then you got in the car. No, you were right with everybody. And then they dropped the green flag, and then they
And then I was
left you.
watching.
No, I'm just messing with you.
So,
Go ahead.
so when are you gonna want to? Are you ever gonna want a 410 sprint car?
No.
Why not?
We like to watch 410s, but the wife don't want me in a sprint car.
And as you can see,
Late model,
Yeah.
she's all go for, so.
Yeah, she lets you see her in the morning and everything. Even gives you flashcards.
Yeah, she takes care of me.
now
That's the kind of woman you want.
did when you left mini stock Thunder cars, they're kind of about the same
Yeah, just,
setup wise, really, right?
well, there towards later in the years, we were allowed a lot more in the mini stocks. But back in the day when I first started, pretty much a Thunder car now is what a mini stock used to be,
Right.
except for we were allowed just a little bit more motor work.
From going from a mini stock Thunder car to a Legend, was there a big learning curve there?
I think what made me good in the Legend car was actually the Thunder cars, because we used to race street tires back then, and those things had no gription whatsoever. And the Legends are the same way, and they still don't have a whole lot of grip, and they're a lot of power
With no grip.
with no grip and wheelbase, and they're pretty wicked to drive.
Now, how about now? I mean, I know you just got couple practices under your belt in one race, but what's the biggest difference between a Legend and a late model that you've noticed?
Well, late model wheel, it kind of almost turns by itself, as long as you turn left a little bit.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm having trouble with now is leaving on and off the gas too quick, because there's not a whole lot of pedal there. I'm having a hard time just controlling my foot, and I think I'm leaving off too fast and hitting it too fast and creating wheel slide and wheel spin.
Gotcha.
So,
What's it feel like when you go in? I've never ran a late model. I'd love to. Just keep that in mind. And like when you go in there, you see them, the left rears jack up on them things. Is that a different feeling than you've ever?
oh yeah, the force on the side of your head is like you can't move like in the corners. I caught myself resting, holding my head like stiff while I was racing. And that lasted for about 8 laps, and then it was just resting on the headrest.
Gotcha. A lot of G-force.
Yeah.
And of course, they're bigger motors. Is this the first V8 car you've ever
Yeah.
run? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite track to race at?
Past my favorite one, because it's a little bull ring, and it's pretty much, if you're hooked up, you just lay the pedal down. Where the bigger tracks, you do got to back off in the corners a lot, and to where path you don't.
And you raced out of state in the Legend and won too, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we went to Wisconsin, and we won a heat race and won the Race of Champions and finished second in the feature.
Gotcha.
So, have you ever flipped a car?
Yes, a Legend car. It was an easy flip, though. It did a little roll over and fell over backwards.
I'm sure your wife was. No, what's wrong?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had to carry her off the bleachers.
Probably passed out.
Probably passed out. Nash is probably worked up. I don't know why women get like that.
But we fixed the car that week and come back Friday night at Linda's and ended up winning.
And even
Where was that flip at?
Grandview.
Grandview.
even my mom and his wife.
That's the same lady. My mom is his wife.
Yeah.
Or his mom is my wife.
Yeah, if he flips, he's probably one of the first ones down to the pits.
Oh, yeah, she's worried.
Yeah, she's my biggest critic too. I'm sure your wife's probably your biggest critic. But we did have. We got some questions here. Someone said, "No doubt you'll figure it out." Heather and Jake Shoemaker. Marie Beasley said, "I think you're doing a great job."
Thank you.
It must have been dusty. She couldn't see where she was from. No, I'm just messing
Well, it
with
was a little dusty because I couldn't see the lap flag.
you. And then someone said, "You are the best co-host tonight, Jackson."
Thank you.
She probably thinks you're
Oh,
cute.
I think I might have just got a late model ride.
Oh, crap. Who's that?
Steve Yeager said, "Luke, you will fit in my car."
Nice.
Nice.
You going to run it this weekend?
Oh, I don't know. He didn't tell me when. He tells me when. I'm ready. But yeah, so what kind of track do you like? Do you like wet, heavy, dry, slick? No, it doesn't matter as long as it's racy.
Tacky's my favorite because
Hammer down.
you can see as in warm-ups I was real fast because you can put the pedal down, and then once it slicked off, I couldn't quite figure it out yet. But you gotta be fast on all tracks. So.
Yeah, yep. What's one of your greatest memories in racing?
Just the, winning is always nice, but when you win and your whole car's like covered with kids, and most of the kids you don't even know, but they're cheering you on, and that's my favorite memories.
Yeah. And Kids Night, you've been part of Kids Night. Last year you guys were above and beyond, so that was cool. But, all right, our co-host is going to step out here. Take that off. Here, and then you're not coming back up here until after the commercial. But what the world? This is why you can't go. Take it out. So anyway, back to our thing here. Co-host has to go to the bathroom. Someone wants to know, they said ask him if he eats a Mr. Good bar before he gets in the car for feature wins.
No, I don't. I think that was Tony Hampton used to eat them. Pretty sure I know who that is.
Yep, that's who it is. And he says, his wife used to give those to me before my Thunder Car feature wins. So,
He won in Thunder Car?
He won in the Thunder. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know if he ever won in anything.
No, he did.
I know when he ran mini stocks, I used to cringe because his car was you couldn't have put any more gear to it. But we got another caller here, so we'll go to the phone lines. Welcome to Race Night.
Hello, Luke. How you doing?
Hey, not bad, Robert. How are you?
What do you think about going to Williams Grove this week in late model?
I think that's super late models at Williams Grove, ain't?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he runs limited late models. They're a little smaller.
Well, I think he probably would do good in that.
Yeah, he'd probably do good. He does good in everything. Did you ever meet Jeremy Ott?
I think I have met him before.
Yeah, everything he races, he wins, and he's a crowd, either a crowd pleaser or booer, but they're there to see him, whether they're there to see him win or see him lose. We're still there to see him.
Well, for me, though, I like to root for him, though.
Oh, yeah, so do I. Nobody likes a winner.
Well, I want to ask your guest a question, though.
Yep, go ahead.
But you asked that one question that I was going to ask, though.
Well,
about dry stick and all that. I was going to ask that question, but you beat me to it, though.
well, figure another one out.
Don't worry, I got one, though.
Oh, go ahead.
When you're not racing anywhere, do you have like a hobby that when you're not doing anything, like over the winter time?
The winter time, of course, we're working on race cars, but we do a lot of camping, and we drink some beers, just hang with friends and stuff like that. But camping is that's a big part of our summer too. So when we ain't racing, we're normally camping.
That's even better, though.
Yep. So maybe he'll make it down to Williams Grove this weekend. You can see him there, Robert.
So how'd you like the 13 car winning this week?
Oh, yeah, Justin Peck put on a show there at the Grove. He didn't do bad.
No, he didn't do bad. Neither did the 17B.
No, he did good, too.
Yeah.
So.
But I like to know what happened with the late models. I didn't stick around for that.
No, I got out of there before the rain hit.
Saturday won.
Yeah, Greg Satterley in the 22 won. So, but all right, Robert, we're going to move on here. So we'll talk to you next weekend.
So how is Sue doing?
I haven't talked to her.
You haven't? Oh, my. Well, if you get to talk to her, tell her I said hi.
We'll do.
And we miss her so much.
Yep, I'll let her know, buddy.
I'll talk to you guys next week.
Yep, talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, we got some people here. Donna up the graph says hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
And Russell Clavey wants to know who's the most fun to race against.
I don't really have just certain one. Anyone that's tight racing and, good racing, that's the fun times there.
Yeah. Now you ran 4 divisions. What was your favorite so far out of them 4? I mean, other than the late model, you haven't.
Oh, legend car, hands down.
Legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I don't like Legends is because they got doors. I think you guys should have to crawl through that little window.
It'd take a little guy. They're a little tight for me, and I'm just because my long legs, but they do have a big boy chassis now, which makes a lot more room.
Yeah, is it Robert Shaw? It's a pretty big boy.
Yeah, yep.
I seen him one night at Path. Something happened. He had to get out of the car. I'm like, holy mackerel! I could fit in one of these. We're about the same size. So, but well, folks, we got a late start here, but we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. We're going to try to extend the show a little longer for you. So, again, when you think about some questions, call in 717-334-3000 or Facebook Live them here, and we'll get to them. We'll see you when we get back.
I just thought I'd pick up something on the side. I mean, things have been slow on the wish front lately. People realized anyone can make wishes come true. Well, don't get me wrong. Sick kids get their wishes. Everyday people get to feel like me. And me, well, I get tips. Oh, suddenly everyone's a fairy godmother.
The goal was walking her down the aisle. It was fixing an earache just in time. And feeling as amazing as you look. Being healthy is how you get there. And every WellSpan doctor, health coach, case manager, and social worker on your team works together to make that happen. Because your goal, that's our goal too. In sickness and in health. Start your relationship with WellSpan today at wellspan.org.
Race Night is brought to you in part by Superior Homes. Check them out online at superiorhomes.com.
Welcome back, folks. Again, like I said, 717-334-3000. If you have any questions, anything, or you just want to say hi to Jeremy Ott, or on Facebook Live here, we can ask him some questions. So, Jeremy, you have any idols in racing other than myself?
Nah, you were you were top of the idol list. I don't know.
You got to have somebody that you look up to, or you did, or you like to watch, or a favorite 410 driver or something.
I guess my favorite 410 driver, it's got to be Lance Deweese, because he's the old fellow, still out there kicking some butt, and
Yeah, taking names, him and
yeah, the old guy's still getting it done.
and
Maybe you like that guy.
no, stop. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's definitely been around since I was a kid, and I'm sure you're not a whole man. You might be a lot older than I am.
I'm about 52.
You look it.
Thank you.
I was gonna say you look good for 45. How old are you?
39.
Really? You don't look that good for 39.
I'll take my hat off. I'm probably 50.
I'm with you. That's it. Yeah, I have a couple grays here and there, believe it or not.
Couple.
What's okay. Like a memory, not a memory, but like the best thing that's ever happened to you in racing, or the best story. Whether it might have even been a bad night, but good story.
There's one time, pretty good.
At band camp?
No, I never went to band camp.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was the second SummerSlam that I was in. I think I won the first one I was in. Old Travis McClellan ended up just rubbing my tire a little bit, ended up getting a flat. And of course everybody thought I was out of it and went back to 24th and made it back up to third, I think, that night. Made it through tech, and he said, man, I didn't want to give you a flat. I just wanted to, roughen you up and make it, harder on you. So coming back up to third was a good memory, and, if Travis wouldn't have gave me that flat tire, we probably would have had 2 SummerSlams in a row.
Gotcha. Now, Corey Wagner helped you? Did he help you on the force out?
Corey Wagner?
Yeah.
No, he helped me get in trouble one time.
Gotcha. I didn't remember. I always bring that up to him too. So it's we got a caller actually. So let's go to the phone lines here again. Welcome to race night.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Not a whole lot.
How's Luke doing?
Good. How are you doing?
All right, buddy. Did your co-host come back, our hunting buddy? Or
Yeah, my co-host had to pee here. So this is a live show, folks. So we can't cut that stuff out. But
what was Jeremy's favorite Pennsylvania Mini Stock Series race?
he used to run for the PAM, not the spray.
Well, it had to be the one at Trailways where I was blowed up, well, pretty much blowed up at in the heat race. My oil pressure kept dropping, kept losing power, and I told everybody I was done, but I was tired of that motor giving me problems. So I said, I'm taking it out and running it. And the oil pressure was just jumping back and forth the whole night. It wasn't getting the RPMs that we were supposed to get, but we still ended up winning. And then there was a race the next night. Of course, I went home and checked it, and I drained the oil, and it was nothing but gold. But we won on a spun bearing motor.
Blown up motor.
And then I'm pretty sure Tony and Gary told me, that thing ain't blowed up, you liar, da-da-da. Well, the next day we proved we were pretty much blowed up, but we still won.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure we did too. One more question. What was your favorite banquet? The PAM's banquet or the Legends banquet?
Oh, the PAM's hands down.
That's right.
Yep, we had a good time.
For anybody who don't know, it's Tony Hampton on the phone. Tony used to be the promoter of the Pennsylvania
Mini Stock Series.
Mini Stock Series, which is PAM. Now he's the announcer at Path Valley Speedway. So he tried his hand at...
For Linker Racing?
What's that?
Part-time hired driver for Linker Racing occasionally.
Yeah, he drove one of my cars for a while, drove a couple of his that he's sold, and he's actually, anybody that got a Sportsman for sale, Tony Hampton's looking again. His wife's looking to buy him one for his birthday here, and so...
Thanks for letting me in on the secret.
Yeah, she's been wanting to buy you one, Tony, and so just, yeah, if you see one in your garage, or if you don't, just go buy one. She wants one in there, so.
All right, buddy.
All right, man, thanks for calling in.
Have fun, boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, now, what's it take? We've been on this show for over a half hour now, and you are still tense. Like, loosen up a little bit.
Man, that's just the way it is, I think. I was down at Charlotte there for my banquet for being a national champion. I think I had the worst speech ever. I was out of Wisconsin. They put a microphone in my face. I don't know. It gets my nerves going.
Gotcha.
Now victory lanes, I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should start booing it. Maybe you'll loosen up a little bit. The live audience could boo. Go ahead, buddy. You have a question?
I have to ask you, did you ever, catch on fire in a car?
Oh, yeah. Multiple times.
Man, that's what scares me.
The mini stocks were, we cranked a lot of RPMs, and it was a ticking time bomb. So we blowed up a lot of motors.
What RPMs did you crank in them things?
I was always at 82, 83.
I know Hampton, he had to be damn near 12 some of them times.
Well, I heard he was running 9,800 or something.
Yeah, well, them illegal motors, because I think that's why he got out of it. I think he had it in a Sportsman, actually, and was beating a lot of guys with that four-cylinder in a Sportsman. You ever going to jump into a wingless Sportsman?
I was supposed to last year for a guy, Luke. Then something happened to it. I think he wrecked it or something.
I either wrecked it or lost oil pressure, check stuff.
Yeah.
So this year, I guess you're going to want to jump in it sometime?
Sure, I'll take it out. Warm-ups.
Maybe you'll like it, and you can buy. You have enough room. I've seen that garage. You have enough room for a wingless Sportsman and a late model.
Yeah, we got a good bit of room.
And if you took the Sportsman out twice a month and the late model out twice a month, or at the same time.
Well, that'd leave no time for camping then.
Well, yeah, there is.
Through the week.
Through the week.
Good idea.
Take off for a couple days.
So before we get any farther, I do want to thank Superior Homes for their sponsorship, and we just got a new sponsor on board, T.A. Ward Construction out of Greencastle. He does a lot of work at Path Valley with bleachers. He's, if you need anything remodeled, get a hold of T.A. Ward. But yeah, T.A. Ward came on, and we appreciate it, Todd. He's a Navy vet. I don't want to say Navy. I think it is Navy, but it may not be. He's an Army, or he's a military vet, so support him. He did a lot for us, so thanks again, Todd. But I'm sure you got some sponsors you want to thank for your race team.
Yeah, Gene Laddie Ford, Sean Groff, GSD Racing, Molly Pitcher Auto Sales, Roans Construction, 28 Plumbing and Heating.
Do you have a list that you can read? It seems
Yes,
like you're struggling here, sir.
Yeah. Race Ready Inc. AFCO Zep.
Gotcha.
Crew guys, Jason Wayne, Larry Chad, Frankie Frank.
Wait, so they all have two first names, or is that
No, Frankie
so it's
Gordon.
Jason and Wayne? Or is
Yeah,
it
Jason Wayne, Larry Stow, Chad Ernst, Wayne Wright,
Frankie Senior?
Frankie Gordon, Frank Gordon Sr.,
Oh, pumpkin.
and the wife and the crew, the family.
So, is there a Lincoln Motorsports on there?
No, there ain't.
There's no Lanker Motorsports. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I see how much he loves us.
So, well, who's your favorite? Who was your favorite legend car driver?
My favorite Legend car driver,
Who was it?
get Jeremy Ott.
Okay, how about your favorite mini stock driver?
Jeremy Ott.
How about your favorite late model driver?
Jeremy Ott.
He is. We don't know why, but he even wanted number 10 as his football uniform. So he's a Jeremy Ott fan, but they only won one game last year. No, I think it was more than that. But
No, it was only one. My team in the best.
but
Takes a
So-
team, huh?
well, they were a young team. They're getting there. So yeah. Anyway, he's a Jeremy Ott fan. Don't know why. Can't figure it out. But
Hey, at least you didn't ask me my favorite wingless sportsman driver.
well, I hope it'd be me.
It is.
Okay, because you gotta get a ride home.
I'd take you home.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I mean, division. Do you see yourself still racing?
5 years old.
I don't know if I ever give up racing. I don't know what I will be racing. We'll see how this year turns out with the late model. Yeah, we're always going to be racing something. I don't know what we would do all the time if we didn't race. I got to stay busy. You can only camp so much.
Right. many-
Hopefully the grandbaby moves up this way, and sometime I can get him into racing.
Gotcha. How many wins do you have? Do you know how many total wins you have in your career?
We're guessing right around 250, somewhere around there.
Well, how many championships?
Only 2
Really, in the legend cars?
in the legend, yeah.
You never won champion in?
Now you couldn't keep them 4-sounders together all year.
Gotcha. Oh, we're running out of stuff to talk to you about because you talk so your answers aren't long enough. Just trying to give you pointers for the next week when you come. Now we don't. Next time you come on, but so you see yourself racing in 5 years. You just don't know what.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll be racing.
All I see him in 5 years is 5 years older.
Yeah, he'll be 5 years older too.
And more grayer, huh?
I thought you didn't know math. I'm just kidding. Yeah, a little more grayer. Of course, your hobbies.
Racing?
What's his name asked that? But other than racing, it's just camping and drinking beer.
Yep, and just hanging with friends. Hunting and, hunting season, do a little bit of that. Don't get too serious, though.
Yeah, I know that you had a party back here in the winter. I seen a big thing on Facebook. I didn't get the invitation, but I don't know how you get them. Like, who do you talk to?
I'm pretty sure you might have got it.
Maybe that's how I seen it. Well, I didn't know how to respond. I really wanted to go, but I just didn't want to show up there, and so.
I tell you what, you wouldn't have left hungry.
Now you tell me. Have you ever been DQ'd for anything?
I have. Probably, well, I've been racing for 22 years now. It was right when I first come to Path Valley. Melvin Bigler was a tech man, and he told me don't show up with that three-wheel brake because we were allowed three-wheel brakes at Ship. And I went there. I think I did win. And he goes, jack it up. I said, it's not on there. So he said, you're taking the DQ? I said, yep. And then we come back next week, and we still won with the four-wheel brakes. It actually made me faster because I wasn't relying on the brake to turn the car. So,
I want to back to what Robert was asking about Sue. Robert, Lynn's son, Brent, said that Sue is doing good, and he thanked you for asking. So, everybody out there, Sue's doing a lot better, and we want to thank Brent for still tuning in here and watching us. So, yeah, so she's doing better. Hopefully she'll make an appearance here again, and we can go from there. But yes, Stephanie McHenry, she said looking forward to some wins in the late model.
we hope.
And I don't know if she was talking to me or you, because, remember earlier? Remember? Steve Yeager?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember? So,
Never know. Possible if you're doing a kart show.
Sean Miller said, quick time, Jeremy Ott. Aaron Up the Graph, which is,
My brother-in-law.
he said, give you a beer, you'll loosen up. And that might be why you do so good in Victory Lane speeches.
Well, I haven't had no beer yet. That's all afterwards.
There's got to be some reason you're that fast.
It's the hammer toe. I mean, you see my toes in my flip-flops.
I did. Man, that is gross. Anybody that knows me, I hate feet. I try to go talk to Jeremy, and he's got these. Look like you could climb a tree, like a koala bear. And, man, I can't look down. And I try not to talk to him when he's in them flip-flops. So,
You ain't gonna be my dad's friend.
Todd Ward said he'd always liked watching the Legends at Path.
Who did?
Todd Ward. So, and you always put on a good show on anything you drive. I mean, I like to watch the Thunder cars now. One, because they made a heck of a comeback. I remember when we first, 2015 at Path, there was 6, 8 cars a week, and the mini stocks, you were getting less than that. They were trying to run them together. And
Yeah, there's going to be, if everybody gets out at the same time, there's many more cars that ain't even out there yet. They're going to be pushing 30 couple cars.
which is great.
Yeah, when they all show up.
And last year, I think there was a couple races that were over, the 24.
Mm-hmm.
But and there's guys I always watch, and I don't know everybody's name in there. I know them to see them, but I couldn't tell you Cameron Defender for.
Yeah, Cameron Differendorfer.
Yeah, is that how you say that?
Yep.
Differendorfer. Well, but I always like to watch you and Kevin Bard. When you guys are banging wheels, I like to see that.
Yeah, we all work together too, so it's always.
Oh, do you?
It's
Doug
always-
Sales, he's been fast. It's nice to see a bunch of cars out there together. Tony Hampton said he turned at 92 once and popped. Oh, I pooped myself. Changed gears. I was at 82 to 8500 kind of guy, but he was 8500 coming out of the turn. I can guarantee you that.
I did that one time. Well, actually, Hampton actually passed me. We were at Heston. I actually put the wrong gear in by accident, and I was maxed out coming off the corner, and she was popping and banging going down the straightaway.
Your daughter, I'm guessing, Summer Nicole Ott,
Yep.
said your grandson expects his own race car when he's of age. So that's only 4 years. You can get him in a go-kart when he's 4, 5, quarter midget.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome.
Yep, 5, 6. He should have one.
Yeah, especially if they move closer.
Yep.
Someone wants to know, where do you like to camp?
We go to Paradise, out there in Louisville.
Gotcha.
We started camping there.
You tent camp or you camp?
Yeah, we
with camper?
camper.
Camper.
We got the info on there from the Perrys. They have a permanent site up there, and we love it up there.
Gotcha.
We
Quiet?
take the golf carts. Well, our campsites are not real quiet, but we have a good time.
Yeah, everybody else is quiet. Tony said we should put Dakota Lanker in the number 10 Thunder car. Todd Ward has a good question. Are you going to try to run one track with the late model, or are you going to try to?
Now we're going to go to a few of them. I think we're going to go to Path again this week, just to get a little more seat time, get more car control, and
That's definitely a good place to learn it because the speeds are a lot slower than some of the bigger tracks, and if you can't turn there, you're not going to turn anywhere.
yeah, we did scrape up the side panel already.
Did you?
Yeah, the wing panel's all scraped.
Well, that's cool. You're going to go travel around. Thunder car, you'll probably just run it. They only run them at Path now.
Yeah, with the rule package, that only gets raced at Path. Lendus has a little different rule.
And Legend Cars is all over.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see him a couple different places. Oh, go ahead.
Have you ever raced a
You already asked him about a sprint car.
not that?
Now, all he's ever raced is Thunder cars, mini stocks, Legends,
What? Have you ever raced a Lycan at Lincoln?
A what?
a Legend at Lincoln.
Yeah, yep. I'm tied for the most wins there, 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
10-10.
Yeah, so I need one more to hold the record for a little bit.
We got Steve Wilbur. He said we need to try to get you in one of John's wingless sportsmen for the night.
Whole night? Yeah, that'd be pretty
All
cool.
night.
You better put me out there in warm-ups first, see if I'm
To
capable.
get you through warm-ups first.
Dude, that's $1,000.
Someone said, yeah, he cheats all the time. So,
Pretty much.
Hater.
Just don't get caught.
Kurt House, do you know Kurt House?
Yes, that's one of the Athertons.
Yeah.
The old cheater boys. They call you Cheater Ott boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, they think you cheat all the time. I don't.
Yeah, they're good buddies. They always mess with me.
Yeah. And I know we lost one of your good buddies over the winter here,
Yep.
which was always, I met him at Path Valley, but, he'd come up all the time, and I just always knew him as Groupie.
Yep.
And he'd come up and talk all the time. Great guy. And, and I seen one day that he passed away, so.
Yeah, we used to pick him up and he'd ride the races with us. So.
Oh, did he go to the races? He owned a car for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, he owned Dan Smith's car.
Gotcha. But I always liked every time someone would start on Facebook, he'd be the first one to chime in. And your nickname is, you have any nicknames other than Cheetah?
Yeah, they call me, the Ott boy
Do they call
came.
you Cheetah because you're so fast? Because you're a cheetah?
Well, actually, the ones that call me Cheetah is who gave me the Ott boy name.
Oh, okay.
And then I picked up another little nickname last year off the internet, the Poster Boy.
Poster boy.
Yeah, 'cause someone commenting on the cheating stuff, so we just put it on the back of the car for him,
Gotcha.
just to make fun of it.
Yeah, so you're the poster boy for cheating. We should make a calendar. Get you to pose like Putin did there on the horse. Yeah. So, okay. Doug Wright says, get the Thunder car out, man. Tony Hampton said, the late models were faster than the Sportsman's this past weekend at Path. The times and speeds. I seen them on the screen while announcing. I actually couldn't believe it. So he's saying that you might be all right going slower in a Sportsman. Your wife might let you. We'll talk to her. Brandon Betts. Who is your favorite person to race against? Goes for both of you guys. So you go first. Who's your favorite person to race against?
In the Legends,
In anything.
I had a pretty good run with Bob Stow there a couple of times, back before Mason Chaney moved on the 358 Sprint. We had some good runs, and Travis Perry. Like, we always raced clean, but it was battling the whole time. Thunder cars, Lau Barnes has been pretty tough and hard to get around, and then Stallman picked it up at the end of the year. Bard's always fast. Cameron gave me a run there that one night. I was on the 46. Didn't win the last lap, and then he beat me one night.
So, you like all them guys.
Uh-huh.
For me, I'd have to say, I could say the whole the whole wing of sportsmen is all, we're all pretty good friends anyway. But when I beat Steve at Path, we beat and banged the whole time. But he was the first one to come down and give me a hug, congratulate me. But I think like the best ones like Wilbur, Craig Perigo, Carmen Perigo, because when I'm racing with them, if I'm racing with them for more than a lap or two, you're up front. You know what I mean?
You're doing something.
Yeah, you're doing something good. So, and Craig Perigo, it's so hard for me to get around him and him to get around me. We run the same line, so we hate racing, around each other because it's so hard to pass. But if I had to pick one person, I'd probably say on Joey Biazzi. Joey Biazzi was always fun to race against because he ran the top, and I'm a carp. I'm down there sucking off the bottom. And we'd come out together, and he was always, but everybody's pretty clean. And,
Well, you have to be. You will bump in one of them.
yeah, you go for a ride. So, But yeah, I think for me it would be anybody that runs Wing of Sportsman's would be that. Someone said it's only cheating if you get caught. His favorite nickname is Superstar, someone said.
Oh, yeah, we were out there at Wisconsin messing around that time.
Yeah, we got all night.
We actually just left Applebee's. We were at the bar and walked across, and we actually come across Jerry Ryan and Billy Workman and them, and we seen them, and there was a camera there. We were, half tuned in, and I just yelled up in the camera, "Superstar," something like that. And then they made a video about it.
Gotcha. Now, Tony Hampton come back on. He says, "Let me correct my statement. Some of the late models were faster than the wingless sportsmen. Jeremy was not."
What about warm-ups?
Yeah, what about warm-ups, Tony? But anybody, we're going to have a couple more minutes on here, so if you want to call in, 717-334-3000. Facebook Live, any comments you got? We're going to keep going here, but try to give you your full hour. I know Jeremy was all excited when he seen a half hour. It was already going almost by. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to be out of here." But we're going to keep him here until he loosens up.
I got to ask you. So, have you, ever, overturned and slid and then, hit someone else, and then they got mad at you in the pits, and then they started yelling at you?
Oh, yeah, that happened multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, whether I was in the right or they were in the wrong or
most
whatever,
of the time,
but it all blows over eventually.
Well, most of the time, 90% of the time, there is people out there that drive dirty, but most of the time it's always a racing deal. And guys will see it then 2 weeks down the road, just like this whole thing with Logan and Macri, Logan Wagner. I think they're both looking at it now and they see shit they both did wrong, or hey, it's just a racing deal. It happened. It's over. No one was hurt. It sucks, but I did think it was nice. I seen Steve Wilbur posted a meme with Logan in Macri's car, and Steve said he was just checking the belts to make sure they were tight and
Checking the
nice.
safety gear.
Yeah, that was nice. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So, he said, Tony Hampton said, Luke is the only one that wins warm-ups. So, this is probably a good one. Jason Armold. Do you know him?
I never heard of her.
Yeah, well.
No, he's one of my crew guys.
She wants to know who hits lapped cars.
That'd be me. There last year, he was in the blue 46, and so when I hit him, I was passing him, I gave him a nice jolt on the thing. The back bumper, and then a caution came out then, and Path didn't see it, or they might have DQ'd him, but, I rolled back around him. He gave me the bird.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Wayne Wright says most people nowadays that think we cheat don't realize what over 20 years of experience does. And like I've always told people, and I don't know so much about the legends because, I think the legends are very competitive because everybody's kind of running on the same ball field. But like with Thunder cars, I can say that when you pull in there with your Thunder car, out of the entire pits, not Kevin Bard's, but 90% of the cars still have last week's dirt on them. or I've seen them already collecting the leaves out of, like your car comes in, it's prepared, and I'm not saying clean wins, but it just shows you that you go over it, you do the maintenance that it takes and upkeep. So I'm thinking that's probably, because you don't have a whole lot of mechanical failures.
No, not on the Thundercar. It's pretty much just cleaning it, go over a couple bolts that may come loose and, recheck your timing. And I always put a nice spray wax on it before I go and shine the tires. Now, meanwhile, I flop my tires every other week too to get the tread going back in the right direction. And we actually hit them with the buffer too to take the glaze off.
I noticed last year you parked beside me a couple times and your right rear quarter panel got dinged in. It wasn't bad, but the next week it was popped out and you couldn't even tell. So definitely you care about the looks. I don't know if everything else is like that, but I'm sure it is. Someone wants to know when you're going to Winchester or Hagerstown.
Don't know when, but we will probably go this year. Definitely to Hagerstown. I'm sure we'll be at Winchester towards the end of the year if everything plans out and we don't have no, mechanical failures that puts us sidelined for a while. Probably late summer, I'd say.
July, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Someone said, did you ever act like the golden boy?
Never acted like one. I'm sure I was called the golden boy quite a few times.
Yeah. And Russell Clavey wants to know if you ever remember the fight that happened at Shippensburg before it closed. Were you in a fight at Shippensburg too? Has there ever been a track you weren't kicked out of? Let's go there.
I didn't think I was kicked out for like a week or so. Like I was always able to go back, but yeah, I remember that fight very well.
And then your wife chimed in here. She wants to know what your race day routine is. Anything special? Do you have any?
Race day, wake up, step on the ground, and then we're like, all right, we're going here. And now, which is pretty easy because it takes me 5 minutes to change rear gears in that car. But
superstitions at all?
Nah.
Same underwear, no underwear, any of that stuff?
I prefer none.
Yeah.
Same here.
Same. So there's no superstitions and.
Nah.
Do your crew guys or your wife have a say in where the car's going to run that night?
No, they just follow wherever I want to go or something like that.
Yeah, and you always have. Someone wants to know how fast you go in a late model.
I think I was 79 mile an hour. I don't know how fast the fast ones go.
Jason, he must know something I don't. But he says, speaking of Winchester, have you ever lost a race you wish you had back?
Yeah, the last time I was there, we led the whole race, and I think there was 3 to go, and a caution came out, and I felt a little loose, so I was adjusting my brake bias to try to tighten my car up a little bit, and I went too far and then got passed by 2 cars, and so we finished 3rd that night. Led the whole race, lost the last 2. But it happens.
Yeah. Tony Hampton says you pee a lot. He heard you pee a lot on race day.
Yeah, that's a constant thing.
Gotcha. Probably from the alcohol getting the car ready the night before.
Nah, you normally have all that out during the night.
Gotcha.
Then you got to rehydrate.
Someone said you poop a lot. Have you ever got in a car and realized once you were strapped in you had to pee?
Yeah, and then it goes away once you hit the track.
Yeah, I know. I did. One night, man, I strapped in. I'm like, oh, I should have went and took care of that before I got in. I'm like, and we were getting ready to go out, and I'm thinking, man, if I hit this throttle, I didn't. Seriously. I didn't, but man, I thought I had to. I thought I was gonna.
I would just zip down the suit.
Stop. So, all right, is there anything we didn't touch on here that you want to touch on? I mean, I know
No, I just want to thank you guys for having me on here. I'm not the greatest person to interview, as you can see, but
yeah, this was a tough one.
give it a try. It was my 3rd time, but
What's your favorite racetrack food?
I love Path Valley's gravy fries.
I do too, and I almost had one of them on a red flag one night, and they cleared the track. And the bad part was Teal Beard was bringing them to me, and I could see them coming, and the freaking light turned yellow. I was so pissed. I thought about pulling in to eat them, But yeah, they are good.
Yeah, I'd like to know what kind of gravy it is.
It's brown.
Well, I know it's brown gravy.
It doesn't matter. Just eat it. Dirt.
No, it's different.
It was white till the races started. Then they stir it in there. But yeah, so that's your only favorite racetrack food. This is Lisa Hunt Myers says, keep up the good work. A lot of drivers in them legends, mainly the Style Boys. I think she meant a lot of good drivers. But yeah, no, he was actually my favorite legend car driver for a long time until you got in. But
Bob.
yeah,
Bob,
Bob
yeah.
Style, yeah. I like watching them legends. I mean, they put on a heck of a show up at Path Valley. I've watched them turn over there to that Sterling Kennard. I don't know if he still runs or he used to. He turned over one time at Path Valley in a legend car, but they're neat. They're fun to watch. There's so many of them around now,
Oh, yeah.
and they're always together. It's never gapped. It's always they're so even that you can.
Yeah, every now and then you can put a few car lengths in between, but with the amount of cars and depending on the track, the cautions bunch them back up.
Gotcha. Well, folks, we're about out of time here, so I want to thank you for coming on. It was a tough one. We're going to work on getting you up front in the late model, getting you up front with people so you can talk, be more personable, maybe get you off the farm a little more.
I'll take some classes on that.
Yeah, and maybe be more independent. I mean, your wife, she did a little bit of everything for you here.
Hey, when she took on this job, this is what she does.
But she is a nurse. So, yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank our sponsors, Superior Homes and TA Ward Construction. And anybody looking to get your name out, get a hold of me, get a hold of Race Night page. We'll get you hooked up. We've got a bunch of different options, get you on the show here, and we appreciate everything. Oh, before you go, someone says, hold on. Before you go, how many times you bringing out the Thunder car this year? And that's a Brandon Betts. Wants to know how many times you bringing out the Thunder car.
Jason's going to run my last year's car. I'll probably only I got a new one I'm building. I'll probably have it out like 3 times.
Gotcha. Will they take a bigger seat?
Oh, yeah. You can put any kind of seat you want in it.
All right, Jason. Move over. But anyway, folks, we're out of time here, so let's... Next week, we got a good guest, Kevin Gutshaw, wingless super sportsman, champion from last year, Tour and Path Valley. He'll be on, so make sure you tune in for that. Again, thanks to Jeremy and his wife for coming on and her, giving him the script and everything. And we'll see you Saturday at Path Valley probably.
More likely.
He'll be at Path Valley Saturday, folks. Come up, get his autograph. He's got shirts he's giving away, hats, so come see him.
Not yet.
See you next week, folks.